Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and I just got back from the new film Spring Breakers. 4 college girls who really want to go to spring break and rob a fast food restaurant, or at least 3 of them do, to raise the money to go to spring break because they don't have any money, and then go down to spring break and have tons of fun and debauchery and get drunk and stoned and have a great spring break time until they are arrested because the cops break into a party and find all the drugs that are around, and then they're bailed out by James Franco, and things get crazier and crazier from there. This movie's kind of a crazed, weird, cult, strange, whacked out movie. It's a little stupid, it's a little silly, it's not very deep. The script and the dialogue are fairly simple. This film is told a lot through its visuals, it's told a lot through mood, and the philosophy of the characters helps drive the story. And even the story it has, it like drops out of and becomes a whole different film at a certain point. It's incredibly stylized. You have so many different cameras, so many different cutting back to scenes, leaving scenes, showing more footage from those scenes, repeating certain scenes, repeating certain parts of dialogue. You don't get a real linear film experience. I mean, you kind of do. It's basically a linear film, but it jumps around so much it certainly doesn't feel like a linear film. It feels like a cult movie, and it's the kind of one of those cult movies that in like 10 years you're gonna have someone like write a huge, thesis paper on what it all means and everything. And I kind of like it a lot for that. I like it for its energy and its whole philosophy and how it like really gets into these characters and why spring break's important to them. I mean, it is trying to show the debauchery, and it has this kind of like pervy camera that Harmony Korine has. The cameraman must have been like a dirty old man. The camera's going up and down their bodies. It goes from sexy to creepy pretty quickly. A lot of the camera work's so super stylized. He has like a real old VHS camera going. This film has so much cutting between all these certain different angles, and then he has so many different stylized shots, and the way he uses different colored lights, neon lights. I mean, this looks like a tacky beach town for the most lighting in this movie. Kind of like almost an event in itself. It's like kind of like an experience more than a movie at certain points. It takes itself seriously and it doesn't take itself seriously. Selena Gomez will be talking about how important it is for them to go to spring break, and then you'll have James Franco's Aileen character giving this monologue and the whole audience is laughing. It's kind of crazy. I mean, sometimes I feel like the movie itself was on drugs. James Franco, he was just hilarious as Aileen. I haven't seen him have fun in a movie like this in a while, especially after such a terrible performance in Oz. Like, you really felt like he was having fun and really got into the character. The whole time it's Franco playing this like ridiculous rapper character, but you love him for that. You love his portrayal of that, and it's funny and it's fun, and like as soon as he shows up, the whole audience like perks up. You're like waiting for this character. So scene stealing in this role. You can't take him too seriously, but there is kind of a genius to like the madcap craziness he is in this movie. Selena Gomez I'm not really familiar with other than this movie, and I liked her as playing this kind of religious girl. I don't know why she was called Faith. That was just too on the nose, and Vanessa Hudgens and Ashley Benson really go for it. They reminded me of almost like the girls in Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, and the whole movie has kind of like this Russ Meyer feel to it. Rachel Korine, she's removed from so many scenes that I kind of feel like even Harmony Korine, who's her husband, kind of knew that she wasn't very good, so she was like left out of a lot of stuff. In a way, Spring Breakers reminds me of the Hype Williams film Belly, but I like this way more than Belly. And it's hard to do a stylized movie that's like fun and has some energy to it, and this movie does have a lot of energy to it. I don't want to ruin it, so I guess I'm gonna do, this is a spoiler section, so if you have not seen Spring Breakers, please do not go past this, but if you have, you can, or if you want it ruined for you, I guess that's your own thing. And James Franco gets them out of jail. Selena Gomez, she leaves, and she's almost kind of the main character. I mean, you're always hearing from her perspective how this means so much to her, and how, she really wants to get out of this crappy town. She almost considers it a religious experience, and she's kind of like who you're going through as an audience member. But when she leaves, the movie changes, and it kind of doesn't have a main focus the way it does when Selena Gomez was there. When she leaves, it like gets weird because the girls, the remaining girls, it focuses on James Franco, but it also doesn't. It's kind of like about all of them. The movie takes this weird, massive turn and becomes this strange, like gangster fantasy thing. It didn't bother me that much because this movie was so crazed and so strange and so stylized and so kind of arty that, a huge tonal shift like that, when it was something I would normally have a problem with, but this film pulls it off so well. It's like I don't even mind. At some points, it felt a little long. The energy wasn't as perfect as it was before that, and I've read reviews of people complaining that it really falls off, and I think it changes so much. I kind of like how ridiculous and crazed it is, but I don't like it as much as the beginning part. But I still went along with it, and I still had a lot of fun with it. Half the time you hear a Skrillex score, and half the time you hear a Cliff Martinez score, and then, you know, there's Britney Spears music. I mean, the soundtrack's as varied and strange as this movie is, and it can be moody at times, it can be fun, it can be silly, just all over the place. It's such an experience of a movie, and it was such a fun time, but I don't love it. Maybe I am too old for this kind of thing. I don't think I'm that old, but if I was like 17, 18, 19, I would be in love with this movie. I still like it a lot, and I really appreciate what it's doing, but I'm not totally enraptured with it. It's not like one of my favorite movies I've seen of the year. It was a fun cult movie. I don't think it's asking for anything deeper. I think it's kind of stupid and silly. Definitely had a fun time with this kind of crazed cult movie, and I think that's a reason why movies are cult movies, is because you have a fun time, because you have a ridiculous, crazy, different experience, and that's what I got out of Spring Breakers, and I quite like that. So if you have seen Spring Breakers and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments, and subscribe if you would like to.